Right now, billions of dollars from the American Rescue Plan are going directly to individuals in the form of stimulus checks. So how people choose to spend their money, that is going to vary. Mike Reeves of Strategic Wealth Designers joining me now. Good morning to you, Mike.
Good morning, Scott. How are you?
I'm doing well. A lot of people want to know, maybe they don't know specifically, who is going to be getting the stimulus checks if they've not done so already.
Well, about 85% of all Americans will get a check. That's about 160 million households. Folks that are single based on their taxes in 2019, up to $70,000 of income, they're going to receive a check of $1,400. Now, if you made a little bit more, you could get part of that check, and that's up to $80,000 of income. You're going to get a little bit of the check. Families, $150,000 of income up to $160,000. So $2,800 up to $150,000, and then if you made a little more, you can get a little bit of a check there. And again, that's going to be based on taxes in 2019.
I assume a lot of people are going to be spending it in all sorts of different ways, keeping in mind several million people still do not have a job. How do you see the money being spent?
Well, according to the Census Bureau, they're saying about half of that money will find its way to debt. Okay, 30% will be spent immediately, and about 20% will go to savings. Now, on that 30% that'll be spent immediately, a lot of different things. You're talking utilities, food, travel, retail, buying some new clothes, things like that. And believe it or not, about 5% of that money that's going to be spent is headed to charities.
Oh, that's good news. Do you think this is overall going to stimulate our economy?
It's definitely going to stimulate the economy, and it's certainly been priced into the stock market. So stock prices have moved up, and they're moving up on anticipated spending. So now how the spending unfolds exactly, we're just kind of guessing right now, but that could move the stock market higher. It could bring it down. And keep in mind, we're borrowing money to do this, so later on there's going to be a price to pay.
Yeah, and the market is starting to level off a bit, even falling at past in a couple days. How do you think this is going to affect, things, all the infusement of money? Are things going to continue to rise, or have we plateaued? What are you thinking?
Well, I think things continue to rise for a little bit longer. It's how they're going to pay for it. So when they come out and talk about how they're going to pay for it, that's going to have an effect. And then if there's any hint that the Federal Reserve is thinking that some inflation's coming in here and they're going to slow down helping the economy, you certainly could see a nice pullback in the market. It wouldn't be a big deal at this point to give up 20 or 30% in a short period of time.
Yeah, we're going to hear from them soon as well. Mike Reeves of Strategic Wealth Designers. Mike, as always, thanks for being here.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. Jess, over to you.